Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin, and today I have the February update for Deck of Panning. So, I've been doing this project for 2 years now on YouTube and another year prior to that. But if you are unfamiliar with this project, it was created and continues to be hosted by Emily from Emily and Max. I always have her channel linked down below, her intro video, and the game board that she created and continues to update for this project. But the main premise is that we do have a game board with prompts and we have a deck of cards, and we randomly draw cards out and it correlates to a prompt, and then we pull products out of our collection to use for that prompt. So I will say right off the bat that I do not have any rollouts, but that will not prevent me from rolling in a new product. So let me go ahead and get everything situated. I have my little journal books that I keep all my tracking in. So let me get this all organized, and then we will get into the February update for Deck of Panning. It is another cold day in Florida. Even though it was 70 degrees yesterday, it dropped down to freezing last night, and so we're having a little bit of a cold snap. So I am bundled up again, and I have my flowers from Valentine's Day, and bless my husband, we went into Publix because Florida, we have our Publix. So we went into Publix for something on Valentine's Day. I think he was picking up some more of like his little flavored drinks that he likes. And he was like, "Do you want flowers?" And I was like, I guess. So until I pulled out my little pitcher to put them in, those tulips have been residing in a sports mug from Florida State, because I don't own a vase. Because he's like, "You don't really seem like a flower person, and you never really said that flowers mattered to you, so I never really buy them." I was like, it's not, but I mean, they're nice to have from time to time. So I ended up picking up a little bunch of tulips, and he took me out for tacos. So it was a very nice Valentine's Day. But we are now on to Deck of Panning. So let me go ahead and I will go through the usage and the prompts and the things that we had rolled in last time. Let me see if I have it in my spreadsheet. I was keeping a very detailed spreadsheet for my Deck of Panning, but on the flip side, I'm also doing my graphics and like keeping track of other things. So yeah, there's nothing in my spreadsheet. So I will go back to my graphics to see what we were doing with Deck of Panning for, it was the intro last month. So, and I kind of feel like I'm losing my voice. So if my voice sounds a little weird or it sounds like it's going out, it's because it kind of is. I don't know. I haven't been talking a whole bunch today, so I don't know why my voice would be going out, but we will see how I do throughout this video. I also did get my FabFitFun box in yesterday, and I had totally forgotten what I picked, but when I opened the box yesterday, I was pleasantly surprised with my picks. So that is going to be kind of like a bonus video for this month that'll be going up before the 1st sometime. But let's look at the first item that I had rolled in, and that was for the 7 of clubs, and that was a blush. What I decided to do was roll in my Franken or my repressed blush palette, and so I do have 8 different blushes in here. I explained last time that the top row is all of the Essences The Blush blushes, and then I have a Franken blush, I have NARS Orgasm, a Franken blush, and then Makeup Geek Desire. So that's everything that's in this blush palette. Now I did want to use this blush palette No Pan Left Behind style, and so I was able to use all of them except for 2. And I think I had Makeup Geek Desire rolled into my Project 10 uses, which is this one, last year, and I said that it's too pigmented and I wanted to see what I want to do about it. So that's still on my list to figure that out, but I still need to use this blush up here and then also Desire. So those two in the corners are the only two that I have left. So this one will definitely be a rollout next time, and I had a lot of fun reaching into this blush palette to use these blushes. But let's roll into, actually, let me put this in my little basket so I don't drop it, and then we will move on to the next prompt. So the next card was the Two of Diamonds, and that was for something glittery. And I rolled in all of my ColourPop Super Shock. So I have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I was going to say, I thought I had 8. There was one hiding. So I had 8 in total, and I went over those with you guys last time. And I told you guys that these are getting dried out, and they're getting older in my collection. So I wanted to use them at least once to make up my mind on them. So I was able to use Sequin, which is this one right here. Let me undo the top. This is one of the older ones that is original to the ColourPop 2017 birthday collection. So I was able to use Sequin, and then I also used Aster, which is this one. This one is a newer one to my collection, but that is Aster, an absolutely beautiful, beautiful shimmery shade. And these fit the glittery prompt because all of these are the, what do they call it? The Ultra Glitter formula. That's my favorite formula from these Super Shocks. So, but I've only used those 2 out of the 8. So I still have a lot more testing out and uses of these to go, but I will say that Sequin, again, is one of my older ones, but it still has beautiful payoff. Like, it is a more like, it's almost my skin tone, but like copper-ish. So but it still performs beautifully. So I don't think that I would get rid of Sequin. And Aster is actually one of the shades that I really, really enjoy. It's relatively newer to my collection, and it is still nice and creamy and functions really well. What I will say is that the Super Shocks, even though these are the Ultra Glitter formula, they don't quite stack up to some of the other like indie glittery metallic shades that I'm using. So like on my eyes today, I am using the Undergrowth palette from Cosmic Beauty, and the shimmers and the glitters in that palette are beautiful, and I feel like these Super Shocks can't even match what is going on in that palette. So another reason for me that, number one, that I'm not reaching for my Super Shocks, but also that I don't necessarily need them in my collection, nor do I need more of them. So, but let me go ahead and wipe my hand off real quick so this doesn't get on my pants, and then we will roll on to my next prompt. So I do have to consult my panning journal for this next one, and I had rolled an 8 of clubs, which the prompt was in it for the long haul, and I brought this little thing back in. This was in it for the long haul prompt last year, so this is my Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop Skin Tint. I think those are all the words that belong to this, but I just looked in my closet with my flashlight and I cannot make a new mark. But a lot of you guys asking, once you get far enough down, like I said, I went in a dark closet, I had a decently high-powered flashlight, and I focused the flashlight on the empty part, and you're able to see where your line is. But this is, I think it's clear packaging, but just the product sticks to it. So I think that's why you end up not being able to see through this packaging. But like I said, I was not able to make a new mark on it, but I did use it 2 times in January. So I am using it, but it's just not showing use, which frustrates me. I'm sure eventually it's going to frustrate you guys, but also I am so close to finishing my Estee Lauder foundation that I'm kind of making the final push on that prior to like my Project Pan update update at the first of the month. So I am definitely making the final push on that. And as we get into the warmer months, I will think that this will start being used a little bit more often. So I'm okay that this is a slow start. I'm okay that I got 2 uses on it in January. That still makes me feel really good about this project or about that product. But the goal for that one is to finish it. So it is going to be in probably for the majority of the year until that one is finished. The last 2 prompts / products that I had rolled into this project are both eyeshadow palettes. So there was a 6 of spades, which last month it was the prompt influenced. And what I ended up picking was my Viseart Theory palette in Nuance. And so this is this beautiful pinky red color story, but everything is either shimmer or satin in here, but I still can get a whole cohesive look out of this. And I think on one of my on my video that went up on Valentine's Day, so my buys and buys, I think I was wearing some of this palette where you guys were like, oh my God, those reds and those pinks are your colors. Like I got so many compliments on that reddy pink look, and I appreciate you guys so much for that. But I think I reached into this one because my favorite shade that I love, that makes my eyes just pop, the red that I love, is this one down here. There is something magical, and it is still creamy, and it is still beautiful. And this palette is, I think, from 2017 also. I was influenced by Emily Noel to pick up the Viseart Theory palettes, and actually this was my very first Viseart palette. So this was my introduction into Viseart, but still that red shade that has almost like a little bit of an undertone of a like pink or a purple. This on my eyes, I've done a look with that one before, and look at how impactful it came off on my washcloth. Like that is a lot of pigment. But that shade, I have put that shade all over my lid and then like blown it out, and oh my God, it made my eyes look so blue. So I love this palette. I am only 2 shades away from meeting my goal, so I just need to use this highlight shade and then this gold shade, and those 2 will wrap up this palette. So I can incorporate this into one more eye look where I just put the gold and then this in the inner corner, and this palette will be gone. So regardless of me rolling in another prompt this time, I'm so close on both this and my blush palette that pretty much these will be done in the next couple days, as long as I put my focus in on them. That is the big part, as long as I put my focus in on them. We will see how that goes. But let me find where this one is. So my other palette that I had rolled in, this was for the 2 of diamonds, and this is for a cool toned product, and I rolled in my Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde, mainly because I wanted to take the selection of this palette for my No Pan Left Behind. I wanted to take that into my own hands so that this doesn't roll in the middle of the summer or the middle of the fall when I'm leaning towards different colors. So while it is still a little bit cold here, I wanted to go ahead and roll this palette in. And I've used quite a bit of it. How many shades are in here total? 2, 4, 6 times 3, 18. So it's an 18 shade palette, and I've used 6, 7, 8. So I'd have 10 more shades to go. Hopefully, editing me is popping up I think I usually put my graphics over here. So putting up a graphic of how many shades I've been able to use on this palette already. But I do love this palette and love this color story. I have enjoyed reaching into it, and so I have no complaints. Everything that I've used out of this palette is beautiful. It still functions really well, but this one will take me probably into the next update to go ahead and use this one to completion for my goal of No Pan Left Behind. But that is my update. Yes, so that is everything. So let me actually put all my stuff in the basket so it doesn't fall off my table, and then I'll pull out my cards and we will draw one more item in, just so, actually, let's go crazy. Let's go crazy. I'm going to draw in 2 cards since I'm so close on the Viseart palette and I'm so close on the blush palette that I know those will be empties by next time. Let me roll in 2 cards. I'm feeling risky. We'll do that. So I do have these beautiful Star Wars cards with this beautiful gold film. Not film, is this? Gold foil. That's the F word I'm looking for. Beautiful gold foil on it. I'm going to go ahead. I took some screenshots of the game board, so I'm going to pull those up real quick and we will see what we get. I know I like to look in here. So with our cards, we do keep 1 joker in the deck. And I think I showed you guys last time, but as my husband's texting me, what is he texting me? Oh, a meme. So, I think that is like modern day marriage where you just text memes back and forth to each other all day. But my 1 joker that I have in my deck is BB-8. And he was that far down in the deck. So this was the top of the deck, this was the bottom of the deck, and BB-8 was pretty much in the center. So we leave BB-8 in there, and I'm going to shuffle while we look at the game board. And pretty much the aces and the face cards stay the same. And of course, with BB-8 in there as our joker, that one stands for Are You Joking? And that can be something that you don't want to pan, either because it'll be hard or because it might be sentimental. It might be something that, you know, it's one of those products that, oh, I'm saving this for a special occasion, but you never go to special occasions. That kind of thing. So it's something that you kind of really have to think hard about what you would want to pan. Because I had somebody ask me in my intro video, like, what does the Joker mean? Kind of that. Knock on wood, I have never drawn the Joker, and I know I probably just jinxed myself, but I've never drawn the Joker. I actually don't know what I would pull in for the Joker, so we will just have to see what the universe wants from me. But Emily does shuffle the numbered cards every single month, so you might pull 2 different cards but have the same prompt. So those are shuffled, and she shuffles on and off other prompts throughout the months as well. So, oh, there's actually one called Yummy. Maybe that is something that tastes good or smells good. Favorite brand, primer, blush. Hopefully we don't get another blush one. Chopping block, seasonal, wish lip. I am having trouble speaking today. Wish list dupe. Matches nails, which are natural today, even though I have 2 nail polishes rolled in to my Project 10 uses. But we're not going to talk about that because that's a video for 5 days from now. But we will get into that. But I do have the board pulled up. I have my cards. I always split the deck on camera for you guys, and I don't look. And so the first 2 cards off the top, those are our prompts that we're going with. So card number 1, BB-8, Don't Do Me Dirty, is, okay, so I know sometimes the aces can also do you dirty. So let's see what a black ace, baby goal. Yes, yes, I'll take it. And this has an X-Wing on it, and it has Yoda. Oh, this has the scene where Yoda is lifting the X-Wing out of the swamp. If you guys can see Yoda down there at the bottom. Very cool card. All right, so next one. Again, BB-8, Don't Do Me Dirty. Let's see what we got. We have Kylo Ren. Look at that. And he is the Jack of Clubs. Yes. And that is a mainstream brand. Okay, so I think last time I got no cards from the face card category, and now both of my cards came from face card category. Because I'm curious, we got to see where BB-8 is. So I'm going through my deck. Oh, he was right in the middle again. So when I cut my cards, I don't know if he was at the bottom or at the top, but he was halfway through the deck. He can stay halfway through the deck. I will say that. But I have a baby goal, which I wonder if I have any minis that I can get through, or like trial sizes that I can get through. And then we also have a mainstream brand, which I could just pull another palette if I wanted to, and just keep that rolling with this project. But let me see what I want to pull in for those two prompts. All right, I feel like that was relatively easy. I feel good about this. But we had our first card, which was the Ace of Spades, and that was for a baby goal. And this one is, I am giving myself this one. This is a give me, this is a baby goal, but I am setting the goal for me to finish this sunscreen. I mean, I've already kind of folded everything over, put my clip on there. There is so little sunscreen left in here that my goal is to finish this sunscreen, because I want another empty and I want to be able to draw in another card next month. So I am giving myself the ultimate baby goal to use up this sunscreen so that we can draw another fun card next next month and next update. So that is going to be my baby goal. I'll take it. And then we did have the Jack of Clubs, which is Mr. Kylo Ren. And I think I did this last year where I kind of kept granddaddy and grandson together. And so I'm going to pull in my Pat McGrath Darth Vader palette. This is actually the Sith Seduction palette. It is a 5-pan with all shimmers in it, but these more dark kind of murky shades, which will be a lot of fun to use with my other palettes that are over there. And like I said, I wanted to keep, you know, granddaddy and grandson together. So I like to do that for them, you know. So Pat McGrath is a mainstream brand, and so that is why I also feel it like this fits the prompt. It's a 5-pan palette, but it is an interesting 5-pan palette. This is not something where I can just do one look and use all 5 shades and be done with it. So this one will take a little bit more finessing, but I think it'd be fun to even use, because I have my mini My Dream rolled into my No Pan Left Behind, which it feels like I just filmed my No Pan Left Behind and picked those palettes. I feel like I just did that, and I'm supposed to film my update next Saturday or Sunday. Where did time go? Where did February go? But I think that this will be a nice combo with that, because the Mini My Dream only has one shimmer in it, so that will allow me to use that palette for 2 looks and maybe reach into a shimmer out of this palette here. Let me turn Darth Vader the correct way up out of respect for his lord. Yes, so those are my 2 picks for this project. Hopefully we will have some more rollouts. I don't mind if I get up to like 6 or 7 prompts in this project. It really does not bother me, but I just want to have fun and work my way through this project and through these prompts and through these items in my collection. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. I do have all of the dogs in the room with me, but they are all sleeping because it has been so cool outside. We've had the doors open and they have just been running around and enjoying themselves. So no cameos today. I'm sorry. I know that you guys have loved seeing my 90-pound lap dog. Yeah, he's pretty spectacular. Actually, last night I went around and I thanked all the dogs for the things that they do for the house. And like Jane lays in the middle of hallways, so if there's an intruder, they'll trip over him, you know, and he makes sure that he eats all his food. You know, he does those important tasks around the house. Anara patrols the backyard and makes sure that all the critters that live there are under control. This one over here, which I won't say his name, he woo-woos at everything, including my husband walking through the house that he pays for. So Wash makes sure that I know if anybody's moving around the house. So he is a good woo-wooer and letting me know. So those are the special things that they do to earn their keep around the house. You guys will have to tell me all the special things that your fur babies do around your house to earn their keep and to earn the wonderful food that we put down for them every day. But I'm going to go ahead and go because we're actually taking one or two of them out for a WALK a little bit later because it is so nice outside. But I'm going to encourage you guys to do all the things. I'm going to encourage you to hit a thumbs up on this video. I'm going to encourage you, if you are new or if you're lurking, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. It is free for you, but it does help me out a lot. I finally got past the benchmark of 2,500, so 2,500 subscribers, which again blows my mind. You guys are absolutely fantastic, and I love hearing from new people that are finding me. So thank you so much to everybody who hits that button down there and sticks around for more project panning, conscious consumerism, eyeshadow, psychobabbles, get ready with me's, and occasionally cameos from the puppy dogs. Of course, drop me that comment down below. I love our conversations. I actually am a little bit behind with replying to comments. I've been sleeping more, and I've also unfortunately been doom scrolling. So I'm trying to kind of figure that out. So I am working on some of my sleep and some of my other coping skills so that I can stop doom scrolling. But I do want to sit down and reply to all of you guys because I do appreciate your comments. I appreciate our conversations. You guys are why I continue to sit down and do this. So I appreciate each and every one of you. But we're going to go, because these puppies deserve to go out and enjoy this weather. I am going to wish all of you guys a beautiful day, and I'm going to catch you in my next one.